Bennett from Southern Adornments Live or Southern Adornments Decor. I was thinking of Southern Adornments Live, but we're having in Destin at the end of next month, and that is on my brain. So it's just rolling off my tongue. I hope you guys had an awesome week with me this week. It is not quite over yet. I will be live a couple more times today, but right now I'm live for what we call Friday Fab Five. So if you're new around here and you are just now catching up with like what all we do, normally this is my normal pattern. I go live on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Central. Sorry, my brain is fried after this past week. Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central, I go live and I usually paint or something like that. On Fridays, I go live at 9:30 a.m. Central and I do Friday Fab Five. And so that's what I call this little half hour with you guys where I share 5 of my favorite things with you. It might be something from the headband on my head to the t-shirt I'm wearing to a new cup that I'm drinking out of. That's not any of the Fab Five items today, but I'm giving you examples. Sometimes it might even just be a recipe. But today, it's all, 4 out of the 5 items are things that I used this week during my lives that you guys were asking for links about. And I've done a little recon on where I can find these things online, because one of these that I used last night, I got at the NAMTA Creativation Conference, and I wasn't sure where to buy them online. I'd seen them on Amazon, but they were kind of pricey. So I did a little bit of research this morning. I found what I consider to be just about the best deal online that you can get on them. So let's get to it. Hey, Linda. Hi, Carrie. I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday morning. Hello, Cynthia. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Miss Pam. How's your mama this morning? And I've also got some new templates to show you guys that are all Thanksgiving themed. So we'll be talking about those here in just a bit. How many of you guys like to decorate for Thanksgiving or just fall in general? So I usually put up my fall decorations around the last week of August. And I'm like, oh my goodness, as I'm saying this out loud, I'm like, oh, that's this week or this next week. And I'm going to be out of town. So it might be a little late me getting my decorations up. Wanda says, me. Hello, Joanne. Good morning, Vicki. Hi, Kenzie and Belinda. Hello, Cecilia. Linda says, we do Thanksgiving at my house, so I go all out. We do Thanksgiving at my house too, Linda. My husband's, actually, we do all the holidays at our house for my husband's side of the family. We have the largest area to like entertain. And so we usually just have everybody over here so that we have plenty of room to like send the kids off to play and the adults to sit and visit. And we have a really nice spread of food. So it's always really enjoyable. Hello, Charlene. Good morning. Hi, Pam. So let's get this started with, what's the first item on my list here? The glazing medium. So if you remember, this past week, we've painted this design 3 different ways. It's called the Triple Fall Pumpkins. You could have gotten this template for free if you downloaded it while I was live. And it's still available if you want to track down the live. The link to that template is on each of the lives. This was the whimsical version, night number 1. We kept it pretty simple. We added a few patterns and we used paint pens to outline everything. Night number 2, this was the night we did everything very rustic. And so we painted everything. And once we were completely done, we took, let me grab it, this glazing medium, and we mixed it with some brown paint. And it made like a really watered down brown paint. And we covered the entire thing with it. And some of you guys, like, if I could have heard you, you probably audibly gasped, like, oh, what did she just do? Because when you cover the entire thing with brown paint, you think you're probably messing it up. Well, we covered the entire thing, and then we wiped it all off with paper towels. And it gives us this beautiful, like, depth of color. And so that glazing medium does a good job of like sticking in certain areas. See how it kind of stuck right there at the bottom of that pumpkin and created this really cool rustic, almost like a patina. And it sticks in all the little cracks and crevices. And I feel like it hides a lot of little imperfections. So there was a lot that I felt like was imperfect about the rusticness of this design, where I had dry brushed it on. I'd kind of gotten messy up there in the cracks and corners. But by the time you add the glazing medium and the black lines, it hides all of that. And so if you've never used glazing medium before, you should try it on at least one project. Even if you're just testing it out and maybe just painting like a little bitty pumpkin cutout or something, you should give it a try and see if you like the overall effect. It's not for everyone. If you don't like things that are just a little bit aged looking, you probably wouldn't like it. But this glazing medium can be used in a lot of different ways. That's just the main way that I have used it. And it's available on the DecoArt website. So if you are a new Painters Clubhouse member, you might not know, you can go into your membership area, download or copy and paste the 30% off discount code for DecoArt's website and get 30% off of this glazing medium. And it does go a long way because you only mix 1-to-1 with water and then add 35% acrylic paint to it to do the glazing. Thank you, Heather. My t-shirt's from Temu. Okay, Janet says, will those pumpkin videos be available for a bit because I'm still on the first one? Yeah, they're still going to be up for several months. You'll have plenty of time. Hi, Katie. She said, I've had my fall decor out for a month now. My niece couldn't wait at her house. So, of course, if it was okay if I did mine also. I love that. Hey, Rhonda, you're decorating this weekend. Great idea. Okay, great. Thank you for the tip, Joanne. She says Hobby Lobby sells the glazing medium 40 or 50% off when they have art supplies on sale. So keep an eye on Hobby Lobby sales and you can go snag some of this. They might even have it in a larger bottle. I only ever have the 2-ounce bottle, so I'm not sure. Okay, what's the next item? I got to check my little list here so that I do things in an orderly fashion. Item number 2. This is what we used on last night's project. And it's this glitter gel. Y'all look how pretty this is up close. And look, it is not coming off. Like I barely, like there's maybe a teeny tiny sparkle on my finger. But look at that. And we did this with our finger. Like I dipped my finger in this little pot of Stickles gel and just smeared it on there to kind of create this, like from the top down. I wanted it to look a little bit like a Cinderella pumpkin, you know, where it's sort of glittery at the top, but then it trails off. I did a little bit down here around the bottom too, but the center part, for the most part, just has tiny little flecks of glitter. I did the chunky bits up here, but I wanted to show y'all up close what that really looks like, how chunky and glittery and sparkly it is. And while I was doing a little bit of research this morning about where to find this Stickles glitter gel, actually, if you go directly to the Ranger Ink website, which I put the link up in the video description for you, it's going to take you directly to a page that has all of these on it. And there's a bunch of different colors. So the only ones I have are Galaxy, which is what we used last night, Starshine, which is a really bright yellow, Venus, which is kind of a pink color, and Pegasus, which is a purple. These are the ones that I have. Maybe I should show you from the bottom because you can see the colors better from the bottom. So these are the ones that I have. This is the one we used last night. And let me open it up so you can kind of see the inside. I'll show you the purple one. So inside, this is what it looks like. And so I just dipped my finger in it last night and smeared it on. You probably could do this with a paintbrush, but I would be afraid that this would get all gunked up in my brush because it's a glitter gel and it's got some teeny tiny little glitter pieces. And so I could see it making a big mess on my brushes. So I just finger painted it with it last night and I really enjoyed the results. So I actually ended up going on the website today and I purchased 7 more colors. So I got silver. I got a couple of different shades of gold. I got a red, a green, a blue. Oh, and one called Moon Dust, which is kind of like just a holographic clear. So I feel like that one could go on anything. Pam said these would be so pretty for Halloween projects. I agree. Happy Friday, Tammy. So these are, I was going to tell you the size of them. These are a 1-ounce pot. But when you're finger painting with them like I was, like I didn't use hardly any out of there last night. Like I feel like it would go a long ways. So I was going to tell you the deal I got on these. Okay, so regular price, they are $3.99. I added 7 to my cart. And I noticed that the Ranger Ink website automatically added a discount code called, it was all caps, no spaces, last days of summer. And so that took off like an additional, I don't know how much. It took off, like with 7 of them in there, it took about $6 off my order. And then shipping is $5 flat rate, which is great. So by the time you add in shipping, you took off the discount. I got 7 bottles of this for $25. So averaged out, that's roughly $3.50 a jar. And I did look, this is not available at Hobby Lobby. It's not available at Joann's or Michael's. I think mainly the only place you can find these nowadays is on the Ranger Inc. website or through a scrapbooking like site or a scrapbooking store, because these are normally used on paper crafts, not wood crafts, but we've seen that it works on wood crafts. So if you are on there, you'll also notice that there are bottles like these, not this brand, but the Stickles version of these. Those are cheaper. They're like $1.70 to $2.50 or something. But keep in mind, they are about half the size of these, because I got to look, and this is 1 ounce. The bottles on their website are a half an ounce. So, to me, that's a little bit pricey for squeezable glitter glue. So that brings me to item number 3 on my list, which was these puffy paints. I used this gold one last night. They come in a bunch of different colors. I got these at Walmart, but you can also find them on Amazon. And they're just little squeezable Rider bottles. And I used the gold. And look how we did with the gold. So we made these little swirls at the top of our pumpkin. We did little accents around the edges. Can you see that tiny little bit of gold sparkle? And let's see, I even did gold along the edges of this. You can barely see it because it's a real thin line. Oh, you can see it on the stems there and on the lettering. So I kind of just used it kind of as a highlight and an accent around the entire thing, so that it didn't make the gold that I used here feel out of place. It pulled it all together by adding those little gold accents on everything else. And I got real messy after the live was over last night and everything dried. I noticed that the lines that I put on my letters didn't show up very well. So I went over them 2 or 3 more times and got real intentionally messy with them, kind of scribbling. And I actually really like the effect. I think it turned out really good. So if you want to get some of that puffy glitter paint, you can use the link that I provided, or you can just run to your craft aisle at Walmart or somewhere and grab them. They come in a big, like you can get the small assortment, or you can do like Tamara and get the big pack. And I got all of them. And each one of these has 1 fluid ounce. And I've had these for quite a while. They go a long ways. Is that Stickles? No, and the ones I just showed you are made by Puffy. It's a Puffy brand. Stickles does make a glitter glue squeeze that we were talking about a moment ago, but they only have a half an ounce in them, not a full ounce. I think they're quite a bit more expensive. But I will say, I don't know that I've seen a lot of choices in this brand for glitter. Like I've got clear glitter, gold glitter, and silver. But Stickles makes like the glitter squeezables in all the colors. So you might have more options of colors with Stickles, but the puff paint ones I feel like are cheaper. Yeah, Katie, you can watch this later. It'll be available on my page for a long while. Debbie said, I did find the Stickles at Joann's, but they are only half-ounce size, but not those pretty colors. And the ones that are in Hobby Lobby and Joann's are not these little pots. They are the squeezable ones. So if you find a Stickles, anything that says Stickles on it, it's probably not going to be these little pots. And this is what I really like. I really like the little gels that you can like finger paint on. It was fun. So like I said, I got 7 more colors, so you'll probably definitely see me using those on future projects. All right, so next thing I wanted to talk about was the foil that we used on this project. So we did the leopard print foil. Y'all saw that up close a moment ago. And y'all had questions about where I got it. So I went and found the direct link to this actual foil on the site and put it in the video description. The thing I did not link was the adhesive. It is also on that site, but all you have to do is use the search bar on her site and type in foil adhesive, and you'll find this right here. And you don't need a gallon of it. Like she sells it by the gallon. This is like a little 4-ounce pot. That will be plenty to get you. So don't buy a gallon of it. Just get like the little 4-ounce pot and pick out a few foils, or you could join her Foil of the Month club. And I brought a few foils for show and tell if y'all want to see a few different ones. This is the leopard one that we used. They also have just like silver, if you want to add a little bit of silver to something. I don't remember why I bought this one. Probably because it's rainbow and it's pretty. But it is a really pretty rainbow foil that I've got to find the right project for. Don't even remember why I bought it, but I just loved it, so I bought it. They even have and I've used this one before, so it's missing pieces, but they have a red buffalo plaid for like Christmas projects. We did that on an ice skate one time last year, and it turned out beautifully. Quick tip, if you're just like when we did the foil on this one, we did gold paint under the leopard print. Under something like this, you're going to want to paint black. Okay. That way, if you have any odd spots that don't cover well, it'll just look like a little bit of black showing through. And you'll get a better result. Okay. More foils to show and tell. Y'all want to see more? Okay, Dixie said the pots have different sizes of glitter. Yeah, it's like chunky pieces of glitter mixed with little pieces. Okay, foil show and tell. Here we go. I got a bunch of these, so I'm going to have to scoot y'all back so I have more table space because this could get messy. Okay, this one I bought, and it's kind of see-through because I thought it would be beautiful on projects where I need something to look like stained glass. I don't even know what this one's called, but it's pretty. Let's set it right over here. This one is a silver leopard. It looks like a snow leopard. And I can't remember why I bought this one either. I haven't found, it's kind of like scrapbook paper. I ended up buying it thinking that is really pretty, and I haven't found the perfect project to use it on yet. But look at this paisley. So it's clear. So whatever you paint behind it will show through. So this might look really cute with like a white background or a light teal background and that paisley on top. And they also have some that are just holographic. So I don't know if y'all be able to see this, but I'm going to hold it up. It's got like a holographic heart sparkle to it. I'll show you something that I've used a holographic one on in a moment. This one's really cool. It kind of looks a little bit like a snakeskin sort of pattern, but it's holographic. I really love this one. It makes me think of the Care Bears. Did y'all watch the Care Bears as kids or have kids that watch the Care Bears? Holographic little hearts. Wouldn't that be so cute on a Valentine project? This one, I have no idea what I'm going to use it on. I feel like it would look really cool on a Halloween project. It kind of looks like sheer pantyhose. You know what I'm talking about? Or not sheer, but like the black and white, almost like a fishnet stocking, but it's got flowers in it. There's so many to choose from. This is not even the tip of the iceberg. They've got hundreds of designs. I've just got a few. Silver flowers or roses. This one's kind of cool. It's like mermaid scales. So if you were painting something mermaid, you could lay this over the top. You could still see the color behind it, but you would have a holographic mermaid like fish scale. Joanne loves the paisley. What should I use that paisley on? I need ideas. This is the same rose pattern, but it's a lot tinier. I don't know if y'all can see the tiny little roses. You like the silver roses, Laura? How much do they cost? I think for a 12 by 18 or 12, hold on. I don't want to tell you wrong. Let me go over to the website real quick and just look because I don't remember. She sells it by like the foot or something. So, well, goodness. Let me just type in leopard foil. Okay, it's $3.50 for a 12-foot by so for a 1-inch square. $3.50. Or you can get a 1-foot by 3-foot piece for $9. You can even get it like 100-foot roll if you wanted to, but who's going to use that much of it? But, you know, if you were teaching a party or something and you needed like several pieces of the same, then you could just get a real long roll of it. She has like a 15-foot roll, 100-foot roll. But I've usually only buy like the 12 by 12 or the 12 by 3. Okay, here's a pink. Look at the polka dots that kind of like sparkle and glitter. That would be really fun on a Valentine project. Here's another snow leopard foil, but it's also got like a holographic background to it. So that's really fun. This one is kind of like a peacock feather. I don't know if y'all can see the feathers in the background. And then it also has a holographic overlay to it. I considered using this one last night, but then I chickened out. It was the rose gold. And the reason I chickened out is because it's a solid. See how it's just a solid metallic? Those are a little bit more difficult to work with than something that's busy like this. So if this is the first time you're ever using a foil, I would definitely recommend something busy like that, because a solid metallic foil, if you don't get a perfect adhesion, it's kind of obvious. You know what I'm saying? Okay, teal. I'm almost done with my foil show and tell, and then we'll move on to something else. I don't know what this one's called, but it's kind of silver and gold and black, and it's got streaks running through it. This one is kind of like it reminds me of like a 70s sort of vibe, but it's like pastels. Let's see. I'll show you one more. This one's really cool. It's a crackle holographic overlay. So you could put this on top of something and it would look like holographic crackle. I wanted to use that one last night too, but it didn't quite go with the other colors that we were doing. So I said no. So let me show you real quick. This is just a what is it called? I think it's called a rainbow holographic overlay. I can't remember. I shared it in the Clubhouse or something at some point. But see, can you see how like when you twist and turn this, it kind of looks shiny and almost like it's got a holographic rainbow look to it? We used it on this bubblegum machine project that we did a long time ago, or last winter. And it turned out really cool. We also used it on a you used a sparkle, like a twinkly one, on a St. Patrick's Day door hanger that we did in the Clubhouse back in the spring. And we used it like over the rainbow part of it, and it turned out really cool. Okay, I got to put all these up before I make a mess. I keep them on the little roll, and then I put them back in this little baggie, and this is how I store them. It's not perfect, but it works. Okay, that was a lot about foils. Any other questions? Where do you get these? Ruth Ann, I have put the link in the video description for all the things I'm talking about today. You're thinking of pumpkin too for the paisley? That could be cute. You love the crackle. Vicki said, I've been looking for a stained glass look for a church Christmas blank from last year. Yeah, that one I showed at the beginning would be perfect for that. Okay, next item on the Fab 5 list. Let me look. We talked about that and that and that. Okay, last thing that I want to talk about is over at Cotton Chaos. That's my sister-in-law's business. They have shirts that they are printing for us for Southern Adornments Live. So if you want to grab a Southern Adornments Live t-shirt, whether you're going to be there with us in person or maybe you're going to be a virtual attendee, you can get your shirt. They also now have a purple Painters Clubhouse t-shirt up there. So these have been out of stock for quite a while now. So I messaged her yesterday. I said, is there any way we can put these back in stock? Because we have some new members who might want to get a Painters Clubhouse t-shirt. So while you're buying your Southern Adornments Live shirt, if you want to grab a Painters Clubhouse t-shirt, this is what they look like. They are Bella Canvas, super soft. And it's just a great way for you to kind of celebrate your love of the Clubhouse. And I've even had ladies tell me that wearing those Painters Clubhouse t-shirts, like out in public, like at the grocery store, somebody will say, what's the Painters Clubhouse? And it gives them an opportunity to talk about the door hangers that they sell and paint. And then they end up showing the person pictures of what they've painted. And it's even helped people sell a few pieces. So it's a good talking point if you want to talk up your business, even though it's not like your business shirt. It lets you talk about your business because you're like, oh, well, that's where I learned to paint door hangers. And look, I sell them. And you can show them a picture on your phone or give out a business card or something like that. So great idea. Rachel says, are there tickets still available? Yes, go to southernadornmentslive.com. I will put that in the comments actually, because that's hard to remember. or not hard to remember, but hard to spell. southernadornmentslive.com. You can either get an in-person ticket and come hang out with us in Destin, September 29th and 30th, or you can get a virtual ticket. We even still have a few virtual kits left if you want to craft from home right along with us. There's 6 projects that we're going to do. The projects are a mystery. I can't tell you because it's a surprise to our in-person attendees as well. Mary Ellen ordered her shirt and received them all this morning. Sandy's is going to be delivered today. Yay. And she ordered some earrings. So yeah, a lot of you guys ended up poking around on the Cotton KS website and adding earrings or bracelets to your order. They also just yesterday released some super cute pumpkin shirts. They had like different color pumpkins, like all in a row. So go check out their fall release that they just did yesterday because you might want to get some of those. And I think if you spend $75 or more on the site, you get free shipping. Kanitha says, I cannot wait for Southern Adornments Live. Me either. It's going to be so much fun, and it's going to be here before we know it. It's only like, 1 month away. 1 month. That's all we got to wait. For a long time, it felt like it was forever away, and now it's here. So, all right. The last thing for you on the Fab 5 list is the new Thanksgiving designs. So I want you to tell me real quick in the comments, which one of these is your favorite? Is it the word thankful at the top left? Is it always something to be thankful for? Is it the give thanks with the pumpkin, which, by the way, that design at the top right that says give thanks and has the pumpkin with the vines, it is available with 3D pieces as an option on the largest size. So the 3D pieces would be the word give. Those letters would be 3D. And the actual pumpkin at the bottom, not the vines, but the pumpkin will be 3D. So you can get that one with 3-dimensional pieces if you want to. And then there's give thanks, eat pie at the bottom. Who doesn't love pumpkin pie? And gobble, gobble. And it looks like there are bites taken out of it. So tell me which one of these is your favorite. All of these templates are new, brand new in the shop. They are half price until Sunday. So normally they're $7, but you're getting them at half price. And if you've never bought one of our templates before, they come with 4 sizes of PDF for you to print out and trace on your wood. Or on a canvas or something like that. They also come with all the laser cutting files. So if you ever think you're going to use a laser cutting machine, or if you have a neighbor or a friend who has a laser cutting machine, you could take the file to them and they could cut the pieces for you. They also have a color image of each of the designs so that you don't have to try to guess how you're going to paint it. You could just paint right along to the color image, or you could come up with your own way. And then the wood blanks for these designs are all 15% off until Sunday. Now, Clubhouse members, don't forget, you can stack your 20% off discount code on top of this sale. So you would get 70% off the template or 35% off these wood blanks. And it's just these 5 designs until Sunday. All right, what's everybody's favorite? Linda really likes the thankful. Jane says, give thanks. Janet says, always something to be thankful for. Katie says, gobble, gobble. Cynthia says, give thanks. Kathy says, always thankful. Karen likes give thanks, eat pie. I cannot wait to see how you guys end up painting these. Sometimes you guys don't even go by our color mock-ups. You kind of completely change it and come up with something of your own. And so it's going to be fun to see how these come out with different color variations or different, just different tweaks on them, because you guys are pretty creative. All right, y'all, that's all I got for you today. Join me two more times today. I'll be live. Okay. You want to hear them? Number 1, at 1 p.m., I'm going to be live interviewing another Painters Clubhouse member, Miss Lisa Howell. And then at 7 p.m. tonight, I'm going to be live with 3 of our Clubhouse members, and we're going to just sit and chat and answer all your questions about all the things. So if you have questions about how we do door hanger business things or painting techniques or anything else, come and join us at 7 p.m. tonight for that. All right, y'all have a wonderful afternoon. See you later.